Hello, welcome to a Super Metroid Randomizer. Game live three match, best of three between plumbst and BFrobber, also goes by Beefy. This is in the bottom bracket, so this is an elimination race here. We're doing the first two today, and if the runners split in the third one, I don't think it's scheduled yet, but it'll only be if needed. The winner will go on to face the winner of Springle Fox or Haste Zero. And this is just one of several matches going on today. I believe we've got Eddie and Junie June. Gotta check my schedule here. I think that's starting right about the same time as this is. And a little bit later, we've got Kip versus Sloters. And then even later than that, there's Tilly versus Quadraxis. So lots of stuff going on today. And it's going to be the same settings as it's been throughout the tournament. Standard ship start, major, minor, item splits, boss, full area, and boss randomization. So runners, one of the first things they're going to be looking for is to hopefully get a set of powerbomb packs so that they can check this bottom transition. There are 5 portals out of criteria, but this one at the bottom is pretty far out of the way. And if you don't get it now, then you just have to hope you run into it later, or hope it's not a dead end, or just hope it's not something you need. And even if it is something you don't need, like let's say the back of East Meridia, that can still be very useful to have that knowledge front so that when you find yourself in East Meridia, you don't have to go make that long trek. Whereas right now, if the runners get that early powerbomb pack, they'll be able to make this check. It's really in the same room as they are right here, so it's really not that far out of the way. But of course, we've got to get our morph ball first. It is conveniently placed here on the pedestal. Runners will still be doing that D-boost to get whatever the other major is, probably an energy tank, which would make that meme route check a little bit easier. Alright, first miners are just missiles, so we're going to hope that the other miner location that we can access is a powerbomb pack. If not, could be hunting. And if it's a missile pack, we'll really be hunting. Now, with the progression speedrun progression we're using, Varia is not going to do anything extra to try to hide that super or missile, or super or powerbomb. But it still could just end up randomly hidden. Interesting, we got bombs here in the ceiling. That does mean we'll almost certainly be fighting BT. Now that bombs, it doesn't unlock meme route, but it does allow the runners to check Old Mother Brain and 230, and I would expect the runners to make both of those checks. 230 missiles is kind of a slower check, but you really don't want to be caught without supers or power bombs. You don't want to end up in Red Tower and have to run by Space because you just didn't find that super pack that was hiding out at 230 missiles. And it's even possible that those two locations could be required. We've had a seat earlier in this tournament where the Old Mother Brain location was just hard required. You had to get your supers there. So BFrobber making that check now. And it is the super missile. Runners will be happy they made this check. And I still expect runners to check 230. Technically, you don't have to do that or even do BT because bombs does provide progression. They can, and now they've got supers too, so they can go into 3 different portal checks at this point. Still, you want to get those power bombs. You might even see a gauntlet check, because you could do gauntlet with bombs. Here we go, Beefy is going to make a play here. Almost not too far behind. Oops. Another super pack. Runners will be happy to get that super pack. We want to get to at least 6 super packs early so that we have potential Ridley ammo. Really, you really want at least 7, because if you find Ridley, this is boss randomization, and if Ridley ends up, let's say, wreck ship, there tends to not be anywhere to farm for supers around there, and you have to fire a bunch of supers to reach the boss door, so you kind of need 7 packs if it's going to be in Wreck Ship. And of course, you want a little leeway in case you miss. And we are going to see a BT fight. See, the gray door is already closed. That door is set to trigger when you collect bombs. So in the vanilla game, it stays open until you actually collect the item from Bomb Frizo, but we already have bombs. Go straight to the fight. I don't know what happened there at Beefy's fight. He was going for an optimal fight with 2 missiles and a super, but it didn't look right. I don't know. It must have been though. He only fired 2 missiles and a super. I guess it just felt. He was waiting out the animation. Okay, that's what it is. Does it look faster on the left side? I'm not sure. Maybe it's just me. So Beefy choosing not to do Gauntlet, it is dangerous with the energy tank still not free to do. It's a pretty good chance I would do it though, just because you get some more ammo in the back too. If you don't find power bombs there, you find this in the saber pack, and this will maybe be first. And you get a major check out of it too. And if you find a red tower, a red brimstone, I should say, not red tower. I'm just gonna continue on to make some more portal checks. And it's Croc and Beefy skips. This is a very early Croc. It's a tough call because Croc is, well, it's not completely out of the way because of that red burn portal. There's a decent chance you're going to come back this way at some point. But the big problem with Croc here is, are you going to go through the grapple straight to? It's kind of a slow. Oh, and their ammo is kind of bad too. It's definitely doable, it's ammo, but you got to have a clean fight. If he's finding a ship and is going to check this location, if you think about it, this is actually faster than checking 230 missiles, so why not? It could be the power bombs. It's not, but still a good idea to check it. And we don't know if the boss here is beatable. We also don't know if Turian's just sitting at the back of the wreck ship, so there's kind of multiple reasons to not go that direction. And of course, they can't even get back if they did go to the back wreck ship, so we have very few majors at this point. And plumbst, just by not checking that location, is now a little bit ahead. By not checking that missile back location that he checked. Still just energy. I was thinking the runners skip the tube check. They can't check the tube. They don't have power bombs. And this does make... this is interesting, because this is another reason why I would have considered the Gauntlet play, is that would have given me a save. And also, I believe Gauntlet is in logic. Two tanks, the runners have that. The problem now is they don't have a save. If they go up top, they could get logically soft locked. And this is red. This is back of Upper North Fair. You can see plumbst does not want to risk a soft lock here and is heading back down. Even more difficult call for plumbst because he didn't even check the miner that Beefy checked. But Beefy also heading back down, and it's understandable because there's still the right side of criteria. There's still Gauntlet with two miners there. Even Upper North Fair, there could be a power bomb sitting in the line. Because we now have three energy tanks, but I'm pretty sure that puts that Upper North Fair run into logic. It's a very slow check. I understand why the runners are not doing that, but okay. And now plumbst is going to give the lead back here to BT by going ahead and making this check. This is the check that BP skipped earlier, or plumbst skipped earlier. Is hoping to find that power bomb elsewhere. Didn't work out. Or maybe you find a green Bran and you do that for a while. Not to be. Oh, and is Beefy going to do Croc now? So that's another possibility. I don't usually think of Croc to the miners, but Croc has several miners. Three different miners, I believe. And they're all accessible with that bombs. Use that as your can fly. You can slowly bomb jump up and get Indiana Jones if you absolutely had to. Pump's going to take the save, both because of the boss, and now also if Pumps wants to continue up to the top of Red Tower, they can do that now a little bit more safely. Meanwhile, Beefy completes the Croc fight. We'll just have to wait and see. Some early route divergence from our runners, even though we only have this 12 bombs and tanks. Not a lot of stuff yet. And plumbst is going to find Dragon. I don't think we're not doing Dragon. If you could go for that D-boost off the bugs, it's pretty tricky. You can D-boost off that Ripper too, I believe. But doing the simple bomb jumps here, only getting a missile. This could be pretty big if Beefy, whether Beefy finds the power bomb or whether he burns a whole bunch of time checking for the power bomb. That is the only heated room in Croc, so I don't know why that room is heated. Or does it have some lava at the bottom? Is that why they're heated? I don't know. None of the other rooms here are heated. So I mentioned it earlier, the area settings we're using, Korea is not trying to hide these power bombs. However, it is more likely to place missiles than supers and power bombs. So for every miner that it places, half the time it's going to place a missile, a third of the time it's going to be a super, and just 1/6 of the time it's going to be a power bomb. Nice gate glitch for Beefy. Could have gone the long way, but it would have been a very long way. Did Beefy see what was the other major behind Croc? I don't recall if Beefy chose to make that run yet. I don't know if anybody caught it. There's another major there, the Crocky tank. Oh, checked it. Beefy testing the acid. Yes, it does a lot of damage. And plumbst is going to make this look probably a gauntlet check here, although it could be just saving before going to the right side portal, because that portal could just be a bust. So having to save to go back to. Oh, there's the power bombs. Okay. Now, those are very unlikely to be the only power bombs we get. It could be, but it's more likely than not, plumbst is going to find a power bomb somewhere as well. And runners still want more, even with the bombs. You want to have at least 3 power bomb packs in case you don't find Ice Beam for later in the game for Metroids, and also just if we want to do a Crystal Flash. We don't have area yet. We are healthy on E, sort of healthy, but yeah, more E. The more E, more better, right? Okay, Beefy is saving before making this. We'll probably just have to save. Want to play Croc again, but going to be making this checklist feature here. It's a little bit dangerous. And it's just more E. Yeah, more Phone's Gauntlet. It's a little bit slow, but that's really not the concern. The concern is not dying. You know, one missed input, one grab. That's why plumbst is taking the time to super all of these gabbing laws. Does not want them to be a problem. This part's a little tricky too. Plumbst is going to continue more. Eek. Goodness. We still don't know whether that power bomb. Oh, interesting. Plumbst did not lay the bomb down here ahead of time. Yeah. This works too. Oh, it makes it through actually. That was pretty efficient. Just do that. Made it look easy. This is one area that not having high jump is actually kind of nice because you don't just fly into those spikes at the top as easily. You can't. Here's the tricky part. Now you can. Yeah, it's still flying. Oh, that's kind of funny, just laying on top of those spikes there. I wasn't even sure you could do that. Big spikes. That was not the way that plumbst wanted to do that. Bombing out the upper blocks instead of the bottom ones, but made it work. BF finding, I believe that was the proc entrance into Upper Norther. And is now going to check. Oh, and there's power bombs for plumbst. And more power bombs for. I think plumbst was about to do proc if there were not power bombs there, so that is potentially a significant time skip for plumbst. If. Oh, okay, plumbst is maybe. Is that the other red tower? Hesitate there. You wonder, were they thinking about Croc? They don't want to go to Croc. They don't know that. Ooh, nice CWJ from BFrobber. That was like second try. Very nice. And finds Business Center. Wants to see what the other portal is. It makes sense. The beef does have enough E to continue on through Cathedral if desired. May want to do that. There's also the crab hole portal you get to. Runners are still looking for green Ren here. And honestly, the more he thinks they find, the more appetizing Green Bryn seems. It's like, surely Green Bryn isn't going to be all he thinks to do. BF not bothering to save. Has plenty of health for this 3-hour run. I wonder if plumbst is going to take this loader's refill here. I think that's a good idea. If plumbst finds a Upper Norfair portal, he's going to want to follow it, most likely. You want to have full health for that. There's more E for BF. Oh boy. I would say the runners, the seats taking it easy on our tractor, Lexosaurus Rex, but there is still the area of fracking that has to be done. Appreciate the work tracker does. Keep our maps up to date. Just more missiles for plumbst. Another power bomb pack, up to 3 power bomb packs for BF, so that's a crystal flash ammo. Would like at least one more super. Oh, good. Plumbst gets some power bomb too. You don't want to waste one runner run around with only 5 while the other's got 15. Oh, and there is a gravity suit for BF. Okay. That is a big find. It's tempting to say BF's in the lead, but I think we need to see what these portals are, what plumbst decides to do. Because if plumbst were to run into Varia first, then, I mean, they're likely to find that gravity. Not very deep. if you're just looking for minor items, that's a good minor dense area there at the high jump location. And here we are, plumbst finding green Bryn. So this won't decide the race by itself, but this could be pretty big. If plumbst finds something significant here, whether it's a Varia or maybe a charge beam, that might actually put them in better position. But if it's empty, then that would probably put BFrobber ahead. So we'll just have to see. Oh, I didn't even comment on Beefy making these hell runs. Has plenty of E, but they're not free, and these sweeps hurt a lot. That's why Beefy is slowing down, even though you're in a heated room, because you really don't want to take damage from those. Oh, and there's the bottom right of West Meridia, so we don't have to fall down that portal. At least plumbst knows that. I like that play from Beefy, burning down the reserves there. That way they are in better shape for a splash. But they are going to need to farm up their supers. It's a little bit easier to do that at the Croc location, or like on the way to Croc, I should say. But I think the Beefy, my guess is Beefy will probably go for the back cave location. Got enough health to do it. It's tight. I would just go. Okay, never mind. That was not a good hit there. Now probably can't do the. And Beefy's legit thinking about resetting this now, because it isn't even in health bomb range. I think Beefy could make it. Oh, I would not save Beefy. What are you doing? Okay, just trying to farm up more naturally. Man, that was a really unfortunate hit from the spikes there. It does get a big health. Even at this health 71, I would be thinking about going down, especially there, lead the power ball. Just go down. You can farm. Oh, there's that charge beam. I don't know if that put plumbst ahead yet. I'm worried about this check here, though. This is not free. Beefy pause? Okay, didn't have to pause. Okay. Likely out of danger. See, Beefy's still not getting a lot of health because whenever you have missiles or supers, we'll start dropping those too. But now that he's at full ammo, except for power bombs, we're getting plenty of health here. Should be able to fill all the way up or most of the way. We'll see how far he wants to go. I just could still use some more supers. Plumbst only with one extra super pack. I assume he found that here in Bryn. It's not really that helpful. Even one more super pack would make these hell runs more appetizing. Alright, Beefy wants to fill those reserves up a bit too. Plus finding wave, that's actually kind of nice now that we have the charge beam too. And it's still early enough to be helpful. Runners are still going to want one more beam before they would be happy to fight Mother Brain. There's a super pack for Beefy. That's actually really valuable right now. Meanwhile, plumbst is going to check the last major here in Green Bryn. And then we'll get to see what gets some more portal knowledge. Just more energy. I guess this is the first tank that plumbst has found in Green Bryn. It was Spring Ball, Wave Beam, and Charge Beam. So not bad, especially getting that charge. With how few supers we've had, that charge is definitely important. I think if Beefy doesn't find something significant here in these next two checks, that's just going to put Plumbst ahead. That's race is far from over. We haven't done any bosses yet. But Beefy fans are looking for something big here. That energy tank's not going to do it. It is going to help him get out of this room without too much trouble. He's going to make the last farm a little faster. Charge beam was at Wave Gate. I like this save. There are a lot of times where you wouldn't want to follow this portal. And Plumbst doesn't. I think if Plumbst had all the knowledge we had, he might not take that save, but well, maybe he would still. What portals? Because really, I think Plumbst is hoping that this is upward warfare. Go get that gravity. I'll show you what you want to see here. But another advantage, let's say this is Kraid's Lair. Then you can go fight the boss without saving the boss. Oh, there's a speed booster. Okay, that's pretty significant. In front of East Meridia, here at the top of Green Brand, that's potentially annoying. Actually, that is another really good thing for Beefy, because when Beefy finds Green Bryn, he's gonna be able to do that, or at least he'll have gravity. So I guess he might not want to do it, but most likely he will. Already at 25 supers, I think he would be able to beat any boss, so why not do it? The only bad thing about going to East Meridia right now is if you find terrain in the back. Otherwise, no problem. So that speed booster, that's definitely a nice find, and keeps this race close. I honestly don't know who's ahead at this point. Alright, BB's going to check the last Upper North Fair portal. We're still down a couple of red tower portals, but I guess I could look at the map the tracker's made for us. Yep, still two red tower portals we haven't seen. Oh, there's one of them. And that means Beefy is almost certainly going to find Green Bryn, because he's going to be heading for that portal. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Beefy checks this portal first that Plumbst just went to, or checks it before entering Green Bryn fully. We'll see. Okay, so the runners don't have to go back to the backyard tree anymore. Okay, so this map is saying, please get your gravity at, well, it's not completely saying that. There's still a couple checks, and Beefy's going to do one of them right here. This X-ray deboost, well, the deboost is not in logic, but being able to get X-ray is absolutely in logic. All the tanks the runners have, and the bombs. Beefy, turn off speed. Why did he do that turnaround? Interesting, just like set up. Beefy, do you use speed trick? Did Beefy turn speed booster off? Let me know. Because that would definitely mess up with your timing for this. Oh, I hate that. I do that all the time. I morph and then lose momentum. It's like the thing I struggle with the most, the extra deboost trick. You think it would be the deboost? No, it's a standard morph entry. Ugh. And then that one was you jump just a little bit early because you don't want to run off the ledge. You got this, Beefy. Keep going for it. This is... I mean, with Gravity Suit, Beefy does have other things he can do, but... So. Oh, so Plumbst did not go to that X-ray check. He just went straight out the North Fair. But as I was saying, Well, I guess technically maybe it wasn't in logic. Maybe you're just in 1E tank, but you gotta figure that it will be in logic any minute. You skipped Croc. I mean, like, you should assume that X-ray is in logic at this point. You got bombs. You even got Spring Ball if you want to go that route. You know, Chad, I always think that the map tracker is Wonka-esque. See all those lines. It's nice to have, and as a viewer, you can take the time to kind of sort it out. I would have trouble looking at the tracker like this and trying to run the game at the same time. Oh, beefy. I know we can do this. Perhaps a good thing we don't have Beefy's camera feed right now. Gets the first entry. Alright. And from here, even if he messes the final B-boost, he could bomb jump up. So let's hope he gets it. Very nice. I feel your pain, Beefy. That is the hard part for me, too. Beefy considering spending some supers for fun. Decides to save the supers for another day. Okay, so plumbst is going to find that speed booster. And at this point, I think plumbst is just ahead. Unless Beefy skipped Green Bren, which even then he wouldn't be ahead because he'd do the same charge beam. So I would just put plumbst ahead at this point. But still early. There's still plenty of time for plumbst to burn some time. Check an X-ray or something else. And actually, I say it, but plumbst has to get out of here. He's not free with the speed booster equipped. Oh, plumbst, go. Gets to the pause in time. That's still not going to give up. Turn speed booster off. Plumbst! I can't believe he kept speed booster on. Oh boy. And a familiar situation, but one big difference, plumbst has easy crystal flash ammo here, whereas he did not. Was not sure what to do with this low energy. Plumbst potentially taking that waiver hit, I think, just to get into the crystal flash range. Plumbst, you've got spring ball. This, I don't think this is lined up right. Is it? It might be. This is really close. Oh my gosh. Barely lined up right. Now, one thing that could help Beefy get back into this Green Bren location is significantly better for the top of Green Bren is that front of East Meridian location. And Beefy's going to be able to tackle any boss that's there. If Varia is just hanging out in East Meridian, that could actually put Beefy back ahead. It's hard to say at this point. Kind of looking a decent ways ahead. But that is one thing that's in Beefy's favor right now. Even though plumbst is going to be technically ahead on like knowledge and everything, assuming he does go to Business Center. I guess if plumbst skips Business Center, that's going to put Beefy ahead. Plumbst does have the energy to get to the reserve location. Oh, and Plumps must never have checked this. We know that this is the crab location, but apparently Plumps does not know that. This is criteria crabs. Oh, and that's right. This is where Beefy entered from. I don't think Plumps ever went this direction. So that means Plumps is going to get another pack of power bombs up here, and it's going to find Business Center. So it's just going to get to Business Center another way. So oh, this could have been big too. It's Phaser. That's not bad, actually. We don't have Plasma. We have Charge, and Charge Wave is not that great by itself, but Charge Wave Plasma is definitely enough. And well, they do have speed boosters, so they do have a Zeb skip option if they know how to do the speed Zeb skip, but they don't have to. With this ammo, you could just do missiles and supers with all the Zebs and for MB1, and then you just do your Charge Wave Phaser for the boss fight. No problem. Plump's likely to check ice first and then finish off with Grav, or finding Grav at high jump area. And really, Beefy's not going to be that far behind. And there's still going to be route divergence, so it's one of those things you don't really know who's ahead or behind yet. Beefy also knows. Beefy has also checked Croc and X-Ray. So I think from a major knowledge and waterway. So Beefy's way ahead on major knowledge as well. It's just a question of will that matter? Will Plumps go back to any of those locations? Yeah, I mean, a major. I mean, if Varia is sitting in Mama Turtle, that's going to be fantastic for Plumps. If it's sitting at Baktoon, that's going to be fantastic for Beefy, most likely. Imagine Beefy would do that. Or maybe Sandpit. But there's also some possibilities. You know, if Plumps were to run into, or both runners really, were to run into Crate's Lair and find Ridley, and then Ridley is not going to be in Lower Norfair. So both runners are getting to a point where you can start thinking about a Variolous run here. You've got, and that's where that Croc is actually going to come in for Beefy, because Croc is up a significant amount of E because of that, and the X-ray play. Did Beefy find an E-tank at oh no, he found Spacer. He found Spacer at Waterway. Yeah, it was Spacer. We'll see if Beefy gets that power run back. He might not, even if he's thinking about hell runs, because he already has 30 power pumps. Oh, interesting. I wonder where Plumps is going here. I was expecting Plumps to... Oh, Plumps hasn't checked this portal. That's where Plumps is going. I was expecting Plumps to head right into West Meridian. But... doesn't have the portal knowledge. Honestly, is Plumps even ahead? I think Beefy is gaining. I think Beefy may have a movement advantage here. Definitely seems to be gaining some time. Now I really don't know where Plumps is going. Is he going to X-ray? That's going to get Beefy some time too. Just an E-tank at X-ray. Here we go. Beefy back on track, is not going to bother saving, has 27 supers and charge, so really not even at risk of stuff block. Against Spot Twin, has the speed booster for easy entry. If you're choosing for harder entry, that works too. Oh, and now plumbst is going to wreck ship, so he just wanted the refill. Okay. So we know this is Dragon. I don't remember if both runners checked this, or if it was just plumbst that checked it, or if it was just Beefy that checked it. I just remember that it's Dragon. Plumb's not saving. I think it's likely he knows it's Dragon then. If you find another E-Tank, there's still a lot of majors outstanding. Oh, we found Plasma. Well, that's a good find. Unfortunately, that means that Spacer's not very useful, but still, that's a very strong beam. And that also means that this play plumbst is making to get Dragon out of the way. Now plumbst is a little bit more likely to skip that option. Might be a little bit late finding that Plasma. Which is a bigger deal. Plumbst needs the Plasma more than he does with this charge wave only. Plumbst could have actually chosen to go for some X factors here. But not set up for it. The actual fight with Speed Booster is a little bit trickier without that high jump. And Beefy finding Ridley has plenty of E. I don't think Beefy's saved. He does have so much energy that he shouldn't need to save. I know that sort of thinking has not helped me in the past personally, but I definitely respect the decision. Beefy seems confident that Ridley is dead, and Ridley is dead. And I think that puts Beefy ahead. Because Beefy does not need Varia anymore. Not with this beam, not with Ridley already being dead. Again, race is not over. In fact, we haven't even found Lord Orpher yet. I'm looking at my map. Where's Lord Orpher? What are we looking at here? Oh, we got West Birdie outstanding. That's what. Okay. Okay. This isn't quite the gauntlet of everything yet. Yeah, West Beridia is. I'm trying to figure out how this map works, though. Oh, we don't have a backup wreck ship either. I think Beefy's ahead, but I also think that the map is twisted in a way that it may come down to who checks what first. Like, there's unfortunately a potential for one runner to just lose like 3 minutes or more just because they made the wrong check first, and there's like not much you can do about it. It's just the way the map works out. Beefy is farming up all the supers. I think that's really smart. You never know when you're going to find that low north bear, and you only want to farm with them. And there's no reason not to have plenty of extra Oh, and there is the Turian. Okay. So that was what, a 2 minutes just lost for plumbst, at least. Maybe not more. Maybe it's not more than 2 minutes, but depending on how BP routes this, he may just run into that Turian last and just be in phenomenal shape. If he is still going to check majors, I mean, it is kind of on the way. Oh, and there is another reason for it. Beefy is not taken out Dragon yet, so he couldn't take the crab route, which is what you'd want to do. Oh, he's going to want that screw attack. He does have wave plasma, so he doesn't screw attack, but why not? I wonder if he skips those sabers. And does. I think that's the right call. They weren't even free. I mean, he may not skip them if they were literally right next to him, but charge wave plasma, 35 supers, has plenty of plenty of crystal flash ammo. Now there is one thing here. Beefy does not know if this is a required reverse amphitheater, and we don't know either. Great, we found Turian. What if Kraid's back there? We have not found Kraid's lair. In fact, if Kraid's lair is at either end of Lower Norfair, then it's a required. Then it would be a required reverse amphitheater. Beefy, if this is Kraid's lair right here where Beefy's heading, then Beefy is very far in the lead. It's not over till it's over, but this is pretty big if it's Kraid's lair. But if it's not, if it's West Meridia, then it will be a required reverse amphitheater. So, which is always fun without variant. It's possible. Beefy almost has the energy to do it already. He may technically have the energy to do it already, and it is. It's Lower Norfair. Oh, wait a minute. Does that make it a required Kraid's lair? Did I misspeak? This could still This could still connect to West Meridia. So I think I spoke a little too soon. However, it would be extremely risky. Well, oh, this is interesting. Okay, the only way this is Kraid's lair is if West Meridia connects to itself, which is rare, but it happens. And the thing is, do you really want to risk? Because if Kraid's lair is here and you don't do it, true, and it could be Turian, so it's like that's risky. That's him. Yeah, but what if it's Kraid? We don't know if it's Kraid's lair. Because if Kraid's lair is here, you just came through East Meridia to get to Lower Norfair. Did Beefy check Fireflies? I missed it. Did he check what Fireflies was? Apologies to plumbst, but we're paying a lot more attention to what's going on Beefy's side because of the. I'm going to switch the audio over to Lower Norfair. We already know what's at Croc. That's why we're not. A couple of things at Croc. Yeah. Beefy, I believe, has at least 2 reserve tanks too. So I think this is technically enough health. Well, okay, I'm sure it's technically enough health. I think it's almost enough to be comfortable. But one more E-tank would be significant, I think. Oh, and the boss? I think we know the boss is going to be. Do we know what the boss is going to be? we don't know what the boss is going to be. This could be Fantoon or Crate. It was just slightly more likely to be Crate, and it is Crate. So this could be an extra, another E-Tank potentially for Beefy. Probably would like to take here just to refill. Keep the resources up. Executes the Crate quick kill. Meanwhile, plumbst unfortunately is going to take this time. And this is pretty slow with the bomb jumping. plumbst is probably still going to save time overall on BV on this X-ray check, but BV's just in such good shape. That E-Tank's pretty big. At 10, I like to get to 10. Plus maybe a reserve, and BV's got 2. Yeah, that's true. Maybe you'd want the high jump. Oh, because you've gravity, so it's the space jump. Yeah, I sure hope I'm not doing the math based on having high jump already. I don't think that I am, but that would be kind of unfortunate. Wow, so that's unfortunate for plumbst. Those waivers are... plumbst? Yeah. Ooh, what did he save? I don't think plumbst looks too happy here. Oh, oof, oof. Now, this is after Dragon and before Wreck Ship Tech. Now, the good news for plumbst is he doesn't necessarily need the E-Tanks. Even if this reverse amphitheater is not required, plumbst can just buy like 1 or 2 more. They have a lot of resources. All right, let's see what this major is that BV stage. It's not going to be Varia. No Varia can't be here. It's another E-Tank. BV up to 11 plus 2. Taking that D-boost there. Not just I mean, you can say, well, that didn't save time. Well, it did save him taking damage off his twice. So actually, it saved a lot, because that D-boost cost him like 1 health, spikes cost 60. Because of the fun way that the Metroid Randomizer does the balances the suits. Alright, here we go. You can see the health is trading very quickly, but BV smartly using that screw attack. Remember, he can use it. He's got gravity. Look at that. 11 tanks, folks. 11 tanks. Gone in the blink of an eye. But has those 2 reserves to spare and is going to be plenty fine to get out of. He's just going to take it easy. There's really not any other good place to take damage. You can go down and get hit by a blue. You get that guy to activate and hit him with some blue stuff or whatever, but that kind of stuff, sometimes you can kind of get in trouble trying to damage down faster. I don't know. Or just take a little dip in the acid and then more than a dip. If he does not need miners, and it's a major miner split, so there's no chance of any tank being at that location. Check it. plumbst probably forgetting that was. He was looking for the. Let's see. Is he going back to Green Glen? Is plumbst making his move to East Meridia? I'm surprised that plumbst is not heading to West Meridia, to be honest. Maybe he is. There's a way to get to West Meridia. Alright, and we are about to see. Was that required? To be honest, even if that reverse theater wasn't necessary, it's probably faster. It's going to take him right next to Crate's Lair if this isn't Crate's Lair. And it's not. It is West Meridia, but Crate's Lair right at the top of West Meridia. We have the full map knowledge now. That was too big of a risk. Honestly, that was faster. Forget the risk. That was just straight up faster, even though it was a lot of setup, saving, all that stuff. This was just a faster way to get to Raid Slayer. And Beefy does not know this could be Turian from Beefy's perspective. He's gonna be pretty happy about seeing this Raid Slayer here. Knows that he routed it correctly. Beefy's defeated the Crane boss in Lower Norfair. Just hasn't done Fantoon boss that's here behind that Racer. Or was that a message for the tracker? Beefy has not done Dragon. We were looking at the tracker. But that's good for him because Dragon's on the way out. Dragon's sitting in wreck ship where Turian is. You never know, folks. Beefy did that proc probably 10-12 minutes into the speed. The only thing he got out of it was power bump back. And then like 40 minutes later, those E-tanks from Kraid, those came up big. That's what we should start talking about. Where do we think that Varia is? It can't be in wreck ship, so does it have to be? Is Varia in plasma? Bombs would get you out of plasma. The problem with check tools, we don't have a logical way to do check tool. We don't have grapple. We don't have ice beam. There's some key majors that have just stayed buried in this seed. But it's kind of unusual to be this late into the seed and not see a way to get to check tool from either runner. Either runner see that grapple. Or, I mean, the Puyo Ice Clip is in logic, but nice. And like, I can't even think of a major that the runners have skipped. I think Plasma is the only one left. Now, Plasma could be Grapple, and then Grapple has Varia. I don't think plumbst has full knowledge either. I don't think that he knows for sure. He's close to full knowledge, but I don't think he actually has the full knowledge. I don't think he knows it's a waterway. Unless he did check it later. Did he pick up space at some point? He would have reset it when he died at the X-ray check. Which also, plumbst is probably thinking about how Varia is at X-ray right now. So we may see a happy plumbst when he finds Varia here. Because from his perspective, Varia is sitting at X-ray. Okay, but Varia can't be at wreck ship because Fantoon was at Kraid. Oh wait! Oh, Fantoon's at Kraid! Fantoon is not behind Lower Norfair. Oh, okay, so Varia could be a wreck ship. No, plumbst is not happy, but honestly, I think that was a good idea from plumbst. Sometimes you kind of know you're behind, and you gotta go for, like, you gotta hope. Although, unfortunately, I suspect if you're plumbst, you know BP can do this. You've seen all the E-tanks. Oh, that feels extra bad when you leave a pirate behind after those bomb jumps. So, I think at this point, yeah, these pirates are extra dumb. Look at this. Where's that pirate at? Where is he at? The game has some weird logic for how those pirates work. Like, they just like hide in the middle of nowhere. I don't think he's killed that pirate. There he is. Isn't that kind of silly? Agreed, cutie. Agreed. Yeah, this was absolutely the play for DP to go from where he was. I mean, he had made a lot of the text already. He had done X-ray and Waterway, so like, I mean, he was certainly looking for Aria or something. I think he found that charge beam kind of late, so he had other things he was looking for too. Runners still haven't found Ice Beam. I must just be hiding out at Ship. Still a possibility that Grapple and Ice Beam are hanging out at Ship and Various at Shack Tool. But this might be around the time that plumbst is looking for this race to be over. This is just not where you want to be an hour in. You still have 3 bosses left. All right. Sorry for that pause for a moment. Beefy heading to Turian knows it has to be Turian. Has plenty of resources for Turian. Alright, looks like Beefy successfully woke up all those back Metroids. There's a little bug in the game where if you kill one of the specific one, these Rinkas respawn, and if you kill the first respawning enemy, if it's the first enemy in the room, with a power bomb, it triggers everybody in the room. And that's really convenient. It double damages all the Metroids, and it wakes them all up and has a pen towards you. So for this room, Beefy not even bothering to do that. Not sure he's still woken up in a second. That's Metroid. Maybe he was trying to do it. He might have actually been trying to do it there. I don't know that. I don't know this room as well as the first room. It's really useful in the first room. It's mildly useful in the second room. In the third room, I should say. Alright, on to the Metroids. And I haven't has plumbst. Did plumbst take care of Ridley there? He's heading the other way, he must have. I just missed that? My apologies to plumbst. That was not a free fight with 70 tanks. I don't care how many supers you have. It's not free. Good job on that fight. Not gonna bother with the baby skip. Doesn't have high jump. Oh wait, Pumps is heading back this way. Oh, Pumps hadn't fought Ridley yet. Okay. I guess I feel less bad about missing it. It could have happened. I could have easily missed it. You of course want it to be a quick fight. You are taking damage to fight it. So Pumps must just have been a little behind on supers and decided that was a problem. Which you definitely want to be over 30 supers for this fight. Fortunately. I'm not sure what's going on with the stream. Oh, okay. Might be coming back. Well, Beefy has an easy fight. Does need to remember that he does not have Mario suit. So the Rainbow Beam does 600 damage instead of the 300. Damage is down to 7 he takes, so that'll be good. Alright, so at this point, BP, pretty much nothing bad's going to happen from this point on. You know, sometimes, you know, if this is like RPO, you know, tank, or tank. Sometimes you can, but you like an RPO, maybe you go to gravity, you get caught in the acid, kind of work out something could happen, but not in this situation. We got gravity. EP's just a formality here to finish this out, and we do have a second race scheduled. I am learning that Plumbst is having some technical difficulties, so keep you posted on whether we're doing that second race or not. And BT has finished with an official time of 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 45 seconds. GG's to BFrobber. Plumbst did forfeit. His computer may have forfeited for him anyway. But I think he's getting through his technical difficulties, so it is looking like we are going to have a second race here, probably around 15 minutes from now. All right, we'll let the credits play out here. I want to see where that area is. I want to see. Where's that thing hiding? Right, super. This doesn't feel very varied, but it kind of was. Even, I mean, I did expect Plumps to go into West Meridia, and it's unfortunate he didn't, because he would have found that crate, he would have found Indian. Even then, you're not. Well, I don't think he's done Dragon yet, but okay, even if he does Dragon first, even if he then does Dragon and finds his berries too, does he check the back of Wreck Ship? He probably does. And then you find that terrain early. I still think BT would have been in better shape. It certainly would have been a much closer race, but I think BT would have been in good shape still. Hard to say for sure. It's not like you would check West Meridia in 2 seconds. You have to go to Mama Turtle. Was anything at Mama Turtle? Don't see Mama Turtle on the list yet. No, Varia at Spring Ball. Who said it was at Right State Super? You're just guessing? Varia was at Shack Tool. Never mind. There's no way Plumps is gonna win that. Oh man. I wasn't sure if you had some advanced information on these farms. All right, the runners are readying up, and we'll be starting the race in just 2 moments, but we are on a 10-minute delay, so we will see you in about 10 minutes.